looking forward to today, Thursday, the 31st of August. Many markets across a number of jurisdictions around the world are going to be on holiday from today through till Monday for the Muslim religious holiday. So it's the final trading day for the Nigerian markets here, and it's going to be a little bit short and straight to the point. We expect the market to remain a little bit sluggish as we add end-month adjustments to the public holidays that will be taking us to the 5th of September, Tuesday, when the markets will reopen. And the biggest story for next Tuesday is Nigeria's second quarter GDP numbers to be released 10 o'clock at this time by the Bureau of Statistics. Welcome to the program. I am Bosin Namafai. This is your Business Morning. Let's start from the scandalous Sinopec deal with Nigeria. Of course, that came in the news yesterday. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission says investigations are at early stages as we speak, and no action is imminent from the authorities as the regulator and the DOJ, that's the U.S. Justice Department, review allegations that China State Oil Corporation Sinopec paid Nigerian government officials some $100 million worth of bribes between 2014 and 2015. And the bribery, according to media reports, relates to resolution of a $4 billion dispute between Sinopec units in Geneva called ADAX and the Nigerian authorities over drilling capital costs, tax breaks, and royalty sharing with the Nigeria National Oil Corporation called the NNPC. Now, some investigations are being opened at the SEC and the U.S. Justice Department called the DOJ. And Sinopec, or ADAX in particular, is being investigated as authorities, some say, some allegations that they paid $100 million to some yet to be named Nigerian government officials between 2014 and 2015 in the deal regarding ADAX doing oil business in Nigeria's upstream sector. So we're still dealing with the echoes of Etisalat, Nigeria. Yesterday, one of Nigeria's tier one listed bank and one of the 13 commercial banks involved in the controversial $1.2 billion loan to Etisalat, Nigeria, now 9Mobile, Access Bank joined Zenith and UBA to announce provisioning for controversial 9Mobile Etisalat, Nigeria multi-million-dollar loan. According to Access Bank, direct loan to 9Mobile back then, Etisalat, Nigeria, was 11 billion naira, and the bank now says it's done some impairment charges and says the total exposure by Access Bank to Nigeria's telecom sector is, you can see the figure there, somewhere at the doorstep of 40 billion naira. Access says that we have downgraded the risk of Etisalat or 9Mobile and have taken increased collective impairments. If you remember in June, when this was the hottest story on the market street, Exotic Capital research document from London says, quote, they estimated that a modest impact on the banks, Nigerian banks that were involved in the Etisalat problem back then. At a headline level, loans to Etisalat, Nigeria, represent 1.9% of the bank's aggregate bank loans, and one of the options that Exotic Capital says were open to Nigerian banks involved in the Etisalat loan was to repackage this loan and take some impairments, and that seemed to be part of the what's now taking place. At least this is the third commercial banks to publicly declare they've made provisioning for the loans in 9Mobile, formerly Etisalat, Nigeria. This is the story we're following as they continue to unfold. That's a lot of money. So we're now heading into September, when the second quarter GDP numbers will be out on Tuesday, 10 a.m., September the 6th. That's according to the head of the Statistics Office, Dr. Yemekale, in a tweet on Wednesday. And of course, when that comes on Monday, or sorry, on Tuesday, we're going to be all over that like bees chewing over these backward-looking economic data, then trying to get a reading from there of what the third quarter, which we're entering tomorrow, will look like. And of course, giving us a sense of where the economy, whether the economy is really out of recession or we're getting some green shoots somewhere. August inflation data will be coming in the second week of September. The central bank monetary policy meeting in the third week will focus on, one, the GDP numbers for second quarter, the August inflation data as well. Then we have the debt office monthly auction in the third week, starting around September the 18th. Then what do you think will be the trading themes for September? Of course, will be done by then with most of the half-year earnings and the second quarter as well. So the earnings season is drying up as we speak. We have a few late reports that will be from a few banks, tier 2 banks, and of course some of the insurance. But basically, earnings is not likely to be a major trading theme for September. Macroeconomy, economic data, and NPC decisions will be very key. Then on the economic front, we're looking at the ERGP implementation, the 2017 budget, capital allocations will be very sharply in focus. Then, of course, we have the preparations for budget 2018. And, of course, don't forget, the National Assembly folks will resume from their recess. Let's look at the market. We'll start with the currency side of the marketplace, where the Naira was flat, 305.80 at the central bank window. Interbank, the NAFEX, you can see Naira position against the dollar, the euro, and the British pound there on the right side of the screen. If you go on the street, you find the Naira have a very decent trading day, 0.5% higher on the dollar. On the street, a little bit higher merging against the pound, and about 0.5% on the euro. Then finally, at the FMDQ investor exporters window, about 0.2%, 359 Naira will fetch you $1. Stock market, it's been a very well, a very nice August, but again, we're finishing the month a little bit in the negative territory. We've done about 32% since the year started. We've had a bit of a haircut. We've done almost 40% when the market was really hot in June. But that's where we finished off yesterday, 1.5% because of